here. And it's anyone's guess as to who's going to be the victor. The pistol sees Vodafone Giants start on the attacking side and a lot of movement towards that B side.
Indeed, yes, he is. All five stacking up, and again, this might actually be a perfect counterplay from Guild here, because we know how often Giants on these early rounds have looked to explore mid on Ascent, at least in the previous appearances. Bonkar didn't actually catch this close player here. We'll find the headshot though, traded out by Fatinho. So, guys, potentially going to be able to get inside at least.
Oh, that's not nice at all. Fatinho got up close and took Draken down. The recon revealed absolutely nothing as they pushed out onto the site. So many cages, cloudburst smokes absolutely everywhere. With low HP on David P and Ambi. And, well, I mean, Meadow ain't looking too healthy either.
No.
That man advantage is a little bit deceptive.
Yeah, it might even be an opportunity to try and take an aggressive kill, but you see actually swings out the back of the turret. Fatinho actually going to find two there. Luckily, Meadow in position to secure that final kill onto Leo, because damn, Guild nearly turned that one around on the back of those low HP players, like you said, Mitch.
Yeah, some of the problems you see there in playing up against a Jet that's as confident as Fatinho is. That man is not afraid to just dash into the site and die for his teammates to trade. But in this situation, it ends up with them getting 4 kills and saving the pistol round, most definitely. With 1-0 on the board, they'll be buying up comfortably. Hoodie even taking a Vandal. Now, in this round, we really don't want to see them lose any players. I mean, they're not even up against a single Sheriff.
You see, actually, Fault Line going to slow things down, give Guild a little bit of time at least to push out on A. No early information on A main though. See, the priority is short. And again, Giants just going to walk into B. Bonkar, the only one here, tries to get out. We'll find a headshot actually, but Fatinho shuts that down. Giants, once again, full site control here on B.
Yeah, big change it from the defensive side, the exact same thing from the attack. And going into the B side up against pistols is brave, especially with how quickly they move in, but it works out perfectly for them this time around. Getting the site for free and a flawless round, possibly? Let's see what damage Draken can do with that shorty. Oh, he's gonna get one.
He's gonna get
one. No! He peeked it wide! Why would you peek it wide, Hypoc? It's a shorty!
I think maybe just misreading the audio cues a little bit there, but comfortable start here from Giants and a good opportunity to roll through on this bonus, especially with that Vandal being a factor. Now, have to see here really if again, because Guild have got nothing so far. Obviously, again, 2 throwaway rounds in terms of how they've played out. And this time, look at this. Giants going to flip all the way to the other side of the map now. Lots of Astra utility and Killjoy utility from Yassine. See how quickly they can get out here.
Yeah, that pace definitely slowed down by the Killjoy util, but Fatinho picks it up right afterwards into the face of Yassine, taking the freest kill that he could find. Fatino's going to look for a little bit more. In fact, those left clicks, he's so dangerous. We've seen what this man can do already. He's looking around for someone, but all 4 are up in heaven. Fatino's going to play down below. How do they even deal with him here? I mean, surely he's getting a kill. The flash doesn't actually manage to... they don't manage to follow up on it. Draken from afar, grabbing it onto Hoodie. But they're just slowing it now, waiting, letting these guys come out. Great position by Bonker. The big brain Bonker catching the feet of Fatinho and pretty much winning this round for the team then.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
I thought he nearly got that adjustment down to the second. Nice try nonetheless. A little damage done. The spike plant consolation, but Guild survived with 3. A successful retake here. Now Giants have kind of shown something on both sides of the map here. This is, at least previously when we've seen them play here, this is where there's been a real focus on mid, especially in the early round. And really it's been David P and Meadow to lead the charge there. It hasn't been Fatinho previously. So that's something I'm going to have my eye on, at least in these buy rounds here on the side of Giants. Is when they resort back to some sort of default here, which is looking like it.
Yeah, all things considered, you know, David P on this map in particular, his lurk ability is absolutely massive.
Here he is.
Old safe though. Down to 38 health right away. Good recon that manages to get that information for the follow-up. Now, look at Guild. There are 3 players towards the B side and plenty of util to hold off A. This feels like it has to be a kind of slow posturing round for Vodafone Giants to bait out some of the utility that Guild are using. And in fact, they've even managed to get an alarm bot down deep on A long. If Meadow doesn't spot that and deal with it, they have free information for the entire round.
The smoke and the owl drone has literally just pulled safe up here. And actually, Bongar has to give this up. Catch a lot in that fault line, but no follow-up here. And Draken elsewhere has got himself all the way into B main. So a good setup. See what Giants decide to do here. Again, Giants' willingness to just run the clock down and invest utility to try and sell fakes elsewhere. It's so crazy to watch.
It really is. Let's see if there's a reward for it, though. We've seen it a couple of times. They run in blind, and that's kind of what's happening here. So many players ready and waiting, and they know where Meadow is. He broke the alarm bot, giving it away. And with 15 seconds remaining, this is Guild just dominating.
Didn't even break a sweat. Again, after Giants throwing so many different just bits of information, different tells out throughout that round. Guild holds strong. Really good stuff there. But I mean, here's the thing. Like I said, I'm looking towards David P to find that space, and not necessarily, you know, push forward and find the kill, but even that space in mid that he's able to get, especially if he gets, you know, beyond pizza towards market, that's when it becomes problematic for Guild, right? But again, the investment there, it makes that late, you know, kind of audible, that switch up to then go back towards A when no rotations come through. It's so difficult because, you know, you're off the Omen smokes, you're relying solely on basically jet smokes, right? There's nothing else really that you can rely on, and that's part of the problem really with calling audibles like that.
Yeah, I think one of the things, though, the fact that they now have spotted how that Killjoy setup was working, and granted, it's not likely to be the exact same again, but this will prompt them to play more default, to spread out more so, and try to deal with that utility, because right there, when they come through short, there's 3 players looking at them, and that never happens unless it's like a 5-man A stack.
Yeah, exactly,
because that alarm bot's down deep, those 3 players only have one place to worry about. And that's a big problem for Vodafone Giants, who like to go in blind. I actually think that's going to push them out of their comfort zone massively. The question is whether they can actually still field a good performance when they're not quite playing the brand of Valorant that they enjoy playing.
I think you're absolutely right. And really that leans back towards kind of either Meadow or Ambi to be in a position to kind of, you know, be on the other side of that. Be in a position to make sure that no push is coming through from A main. But speaking of pushes, did he just spot? Not sure he did, but we'll spot a head or a pixel out of place there. We'll find Ambi. Second on the round now. One off the Blade Storm as well. Again, David P and Meadow. Creep up. We'll find a way into market, but seen there to greet them. All but a formality at this point here. Hoodie with a sheriff in hand. An awful lot to do at this range. Land some insane shots to get something done, and Draken, well, he's got a headshot of his own.
Nice and clean. Easy does it. Now, at 3-2, the game is still in the very early days, but Fatino is already showing up a little bit, and that can be worrying, because I really think that Vodafone Giants in buy rounds, they probably need one more, potentially, to really feel out how this skilled side is playing. Like, I mean, look at the Killjoy, right? We complimented the setup they had on the A side, and now it's an entirely separate setup with 2-man B hold in the early round, using the alarm bot to cover mid, so they can focus more on B main together. Now, this is really smart for early aggression on A long, allows them to get this control, fight for that side of the map, and not really worry about any gaps in their defense. That said, there is a giant gap in their defense on short that they'll have to keep an eye on. But gambling that Vodafone Giants won't just run down short in the early round. And considering the team that is Vodafone Giants, well, you know that's not likely to happen. They're not running up short till 30 seconds left on the clock. But this time they are accelerating it a tiny bit. And I think this is just down to playing the default to try and remove some of that utility.
Yeah, totally agree. Sleep. And be going to spot out Bonkar on the other side of that entry. You were back all the way off, and actually, I'm not sure if it was dealt with. I'm just seeing, you're seeing, doesn't have his alarm bell, whether or not they've removed that or he's recalled it for use elsewhere. We'll have to see if it does pop back up on the UI. David P again posted up in mid. It looks like A is the end goal here. With Bonkar drifting away.
30 seconds left.
Only the Astra utility to slow this down.
Jett hyper aggressive as well. Not going to be able to make use of that one-way spotted up on the fade back out. Fatino needs to be careful. The Jett is on site. Leo's the one to take him down. Ambi pursuing up and take it out as well. Cosmic Divide allows a little bit of a push to come in from Hoodie, but for the most part, they're just being shut out right now. And there's no time left anymore. The round is done. Vodafone Giants looking to save the weaponry. Well, at least Meadow was. David P is tucked up close, waiting for someone to push on in and take that weapon out of his hands.
That's just insane to me that Safe and Leo are able to survive that long. I think actually initially, Leo spotted, right? He's noted on site.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Fatino ultimately tries desperately to close the gap there and at least get on and pressure that, but on the back of just two players, we're able to shut that down. And like you said, when the clocks run down and, you know, one mistake like that, one kill can effectively just conclude the round. If it's, for example, the spike player or you know, that second player in through the door, it makes it so difficult to recover that. You basically have to, you're then offbeat in terms of the utility. You know, you're a couple of seconds behind it. There's nothing to really help you out. It comes down to a couple of aim duels, and right there, Safe and Leo win them.
I see you wanted to finish that off by speaking the NA language. Aim duels. They're like, hey, I get it now. I know what that is. What's a setup? What's an execute? They'll get there someday, Hypoc. Don't worry. That's what you've got EU
We can
VODs
hope,
for.
right?
We can hope. Yeah, exactly. Well, unlike Ninja, I'm seeing a lot of movement right now, and it's all towards that A site. Looks like Vodafone Giants want to turn a new leaf in this book and start moving towards a much faster playstyle in the early round with these weaker weapons. They'll try to make a blitz strat work. The problem is the Killjoy utility is this time set up on the A site, and the swarm grenades are going to slow it down, but Meadow is quick to react, rushing into the site and taking the kill to Yassine, barely catching an angle onto that head as they now manage to overrun it and pop that plant down.
Yassine actually getting caught out by the I'm not sure, again, if there's a miscomm there or what, but Safe straight away. Look at this, he's willing to just jump out. No way. David P finally puts an end to it.
Well, that was ridiculous. I don't know what he's doing diving in like that, but it works. Bonker and Draken left alive. Rolling Thunder to go in. Player down below. They want to isolate after that little Rolling Thunder pushes Meadow out of position, but he's not even stunned up by it. Expertly dispatches Bonker, leaving Draken all alone. Time is low. He needs to bait these players into a fight now. There's the first and the turn around. It comes so close, but Meadow surviving with 44 HP will close out the round for Vodafone Giants and keep the scoreline tight.
That's keeping them honest for the time being. All around though, again, Safe. This is insane. To go ahead of kind of the anticipation of the enemy team here. Get the first, gets the second, almost readjust to find that one as well. David P luckily deals with him before he can wreak any more havoc on site. Some damage done here, and Safe actually now, Operator on the board here. See what he can get done, because like I said, mid gotta be a okay.
Yep.
Well,
that works.
Yep, that'll do it.
Your duty is
Popping out the res early on. Safe is going back out. Oh, he almost gets him. The dash to evade the Hunter's Fury. Safely making it away. Fatino will be healed up to 100 HP. That man has taken 200 damage so far in this round. And it doesn't look to be stopping anytime soon. Oh,
The way
no!
they're walking it.
spike down mid.
Right up close. Knives out for Safe. Needs one to connect to take Fatino down, and that's nice and easy. Runs past a player and ends up getting shot through it. Somehow, Vodafone Giants are in a 3 versus 2. This round started horrendously for them.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we've ended up here, but here we are. Yassine
Spike
and Leo
planted.
face now the 2v3 retake. Hunter's Fury available, but they'll be playing backside. Doubtful we'll see it invested here. The Trapwire actually already invested on Spawn. Might even catch Yassine off guard here. Close enough, and it will. There's a smoke there as well. Oh, David B was... I think he was inside his smoke animation there. Wasn't able to capitalize.
Paranoia enough. Oh, no! He's got 3 HP in the corner, and he is done for. Yassine just snuck his way on the side. I really felt it working out, and the recon ruins it, putting it 4-4. Well handled by Giants. I mean this genuinely. Like, sometimes we say it as a joke, but I seriously don't know how they won that. Like, I feel like everything was going Guild's way, and then I looked, and it was a 2v3 against them.
Yeah. And this is after Safe doing, I gotta say, so much in mid.
Yeah.
Down mid.
And after what felt like, I mean, with that opening, I'm still mind blown that even after recovering, Giants try and walk mid. Like,
So they were walking mid. And this is the strangest thing. They walked mid at the same time David P and Meadow rushed B site. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And then they killed the site and market player. That's how they got ahead. I was wondering, I missed it. Oh, wow. Fatino, Ambi, getting a couple of kills up here, and Bonker and Yassine. Keep in mind, Guild have weapons. This isn't an eco run over. They've just wrecked them, leaving Yassine and Bonker to just save this. I mean, I feel like we barely got that round started.
well, this is the thing. It's when you play slow the way that Giants do, if you can comfortably execute like that as 5, right, and just play trades and just brute force your way on, Guild are kind of left wondering, right? If they're not going to be proactive and look for this information early on, and again, you can lean back towards considering those other rounds where Giants will sit in a default until 25 seconds left, right? It's so difficult for Guild to counter this. It really is, especially with, you know, just the precision of the utility investment there, and knowing exactly where Guild are going to have to play to counter that. That's the worry, because what we saw with Guild were kind of building back in previously. It was in rounds where, you know, like individuals were popping off, right? Giants just stick to the script. And every so often we get a round like that.
What's the dangerous thing, though, and you talked about it earlier, the conditioning. When you play that super slow, you play your defaults, you get them comfortable, and then you just run it down on a full buy round like that. They don't know what to do. They feel like they're playing a different game. All of a sudden, different opponent at the very least. Recon up. Oh, it's dangerous! Draken, you know I love you, man, with that Odin. He's not going to find a result this time. Go for, oh, it's the spam. He's marked it up. I love it. There's the first 4 and the second. There's even a third on offer, but he's not able to claim it. Still, you'll take that as a good start.
I am very upset.
I have a big smile on my face right now,
I know
Hypoc.
you do. I can hear it.
You mark that left side, you spray it down. Ooh! It's a beautiful thing. It really is. Oh, you nasty, nasty boy. He's spraying away, not finding the results. They're just a little bit too far in. That's just perfect. Safe is happy to wait for... Oh, he's going to be revealed. Has to hide it up a little bit. They've destroyed it now, though. All that utility back and forth. It's like
buying so much time.
Yeah, it's just...
Oh my god,
Draken! Do it, Draken! No, don't take the kill. Yeah, I'm glad Safe died. Let's go, Draken! Ace it with the Odin.
I
Do it
really
for
don't
me.
want him to get this kill. I really
If anyone
don't.
else shoots, I don't want them in the player of the match vote later if they win. Come on, Draken. Do it to him. 35 total bullets left in an Odin. You don't often see that. With 10 seconds left, 1 HP on Ambi. Just one bullet will take him down.
10 seconds
No! No! Don't take the fight. Let Draken do it. Here we go. It's the ace with the Odin, baby. Let's go. I love Draken. What a beast.
You're going to be tweeting that clip later.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what.
Thank
like,
God that happened off screen. Honestly, the kills 3 and 4. Thank you for not catching those ones. Honestly,
if here's the thing, like when it comes to Odin play, because I know someone's going to be like, oh,
Don't
bias
break
caster,
it
because I was
down.
rooting for him. But when it comes to Odin play, it could genuinely be anyone. Like if I was still on Alliance and the other team brought out an Odin, I'm probably cheering for him in that round. Like, such a damn good gun. Love to see the representation.
yeah, you really do.
And you really hate it, which makes me love it even more.
See here, David Pete up to no good once again. I find something in mid. Guild will give nothing away. Actually, they've been leaning further and further away from mid the last few rounds. See, actually, you're seen position with the lockdown, ready to counteract that very push there. And actually, as I say that, he's going to invest it.
Enemy tag.
Oh, this is where you're really wishing you just had that those shock dart lineups, right? From good old Jonas. But they don't mind, man. They're not committing towards that side of the map. In fact, the very quick rotate, and now Draken's in trouble. He's been Hunter's Furied. He's been sprayed at, but Bonker comes in and saves the day, stopping the site push in its tracks. You seen, even chips in for one. This is looking tough for Vodafone Giants. And Draken's still going on the Odin, 6 kills in a row. He's fragging right now. And that teleport across the Shrouded Step ain't gonna do too much for David P. He hasn't got the spike with him.
Yeah, it's actually, if he was able to, this would have been the perfect play. He had himself direct access to
10
A, but
seconds left.
unfortunately, I'm not even sure Guild are aware, because stacked up here, or at least, I mean, Safe is backed up to just check the possibility. Guild 6-5 here, an opportunity to
round
close out
before the
7-5 on the half. We'll have to take a look and see what's on the cards in terms of the purchase here for Giants coming into the last round.
It looks like we got another tech timeout coming in, just temporarily. Shouldn't take too long. Some of the players, I think, are having some net issues. We had it last time. Shockingly, we didn't decide to just go to camera when the players just DC'd, so I guess it's probably the same thing here, and they'll be back in a sec. I don't blame them, though. You know, if Draken does that to me, I probably DC as well, in all fairness.
Just pull the plug.
Yeah. Oh, no, my PC's not working anymore.
Yeah, I'd know a thing or two about technical pauses.
I presume these players are Control-Shift-R, and it'll all be good.
Hopefully. I mean, that's the first port of call, right? Have you tried refreshing it?
Of course. If you turn it off, I'm back on again. You gotta go with that.
It's a good one. A classic.
I'll always remember my cousin telling me he's just started working for a console company, let's say that. And someone rang up. He spent an hour on the phone with them, or half an hour on the phone with them. And it turned out in the end, as the guy was packing up the console to bring it back, that he hadn't plugged it in.
Nice.
He plugged it into the TV, but didn't think, you know, of power. Yeah. Smart guy. Well, Hypoc. We're kicking off here. Last round of the half. Draken coming in with his ulti. No one else gonna have one online right now. Leo close, but not really that impactful. Well, they're failing to shoot a drone, or a little alarm bot. It's not very promising. Oh, I love it. In with the Hunter's Fury, reacting to the Killjoy util. A little bit of damage done. It slows them down. Vodafone Giants now want to overtake the site. And you have to go right through that. Lee. Oh! Draken's been killed. Somehow they've beaten the Odin. Bonker on the back sights overrun as well. And Vodafone Giants might just have gotten their foot in the door here.
No, indeed. Can they stabilize though? Leo over in spawn safe actually on this flank through. It's only the spy cam there, but no real opportunity to check that. It means that safe actually gets close enough. This could cause problems here for Giants. And it will do. Look at that. Leo finds a kill as well. It's just Fatinho left to try and recover this. Oh my God,
Wow.
Mitch.
Well, I'll be honest, I was kind of leaning towards Giants when that retake started, but fair enough. 7-5, we roll. Guild definitely going to be in high spirits coming into this pistol round, and things could get scary if they win it. I mean, where are our expectations at when it comes to Vodafone Giants on the defensive side now? I mean, the question really that I'm asking, will Ambi be buying an Odin? That's all we want to know. That's what the people want to know.
I could hear your smile again as you were saying it. Threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Well, you know, the thing is, and I don't know how much of a litmus test it really is, but starting on the defensive side versus Fireflux, they won 12 rounds in a row. That was the only 13-0 so far of this section of VCT. 7 rounds versus Gambit, 5 versus
Right here.
G2. I mean,
Taken out.
certainly no issue there. Oh, we're even getting a replay of it, Hypoc. Don't you just love to see it?
I think my internet might be going down. Oh, I've lost my feed.
My name is Hypoc. I'm a caster. Big tech issue to go bed faster. Lovely little ace. Lovely stuff.
Who else do you have?
That's one he's got to be tweeting out later.
Oh yeah. The shadow play on that one.
Oh.
I'm
really
just
wanna
looking
go
at that. You just said, sorry, you started talking about, and actually, the only time, looking through previous results, the only time Giants have really dropped the ball here, on their defense at least, has been against Team Liquid. And that was back in the grand finals of the main event.
Yeah.
Which is interesting,
They know what's
because the other side of the coin, really, for Guild. They haven't had a great time attacking. I'll leave it at that, Mitch.
They had a great time defending against Oxygen.
They did, yeah. I mean,
I think everyone had a great time.
They managed a measly 1 round on attack versus Fireflux.
Well, they did win 100% of their attack rounds as well. Like, it was 13. So, I mean, I don't want to keep beating on Fireflux here, but that was yeah, that happened. But when it comes to Giants defensive side, they can put up the numbers. We know that Guild ain't too shabby on the defense, but their attack has lacked in the past. Let's see if they drop the ball here. Now is the time they need to improve it. And that is an interesting fight. Ambi just swinging on them up close, getting domed, but he does the same to them up above.
Deep safe tried to go. Got to recover here. At least it's a 4v4 for the time being. Fatinho very tagged up. Woody and David P actually going to explore short just to clear out the possibility. Make sure there's no lurk coming through. Fatinho will fall to a well-placed shock dart. The man advantage here for Guild.
Oh, the retake slowed down a little bit more by that gravity well up close. Meadow spots a player backside, but I mean, at this point, it's all about winning fights. It's not about information. Yassine goes down right away. Ghost recovered. David P gonna be looking for those headies, but the rest of his team's falling all around him. There's the first of 4. There's just nothing he can do here. No time. It's all done. He's got his couple of kills, but unfortunately, he will be going down, and the round will swing in favor of Guild. Now 8-5 on the scoreboard. That pistol win could actually be huge. I mean, if you don't see Vodafone Giants come in with the first buy round, again, Guild will just run away with this one.
Yeah.
Have such a substantial lead.
Yeah, this is the one really, and we've seen Giants forced up a few times here. Like I said, in terms of just expected timelines, this one here, it's such a tough decision. It's like actually it's only going to be 3 sheriffs thrown into this one. No up to try and ride this out, but this is effectively giving up Guild going on to 9.
Placing swamp grenade.
Oh, here we go. Safe's already up top. The classic almost actually deals with him. Ends up dodging a couple of those bullets, luckily.
Shooting blanks.
Yeah. Forgot to load the shells.
Here.
And I mean, it's a desperation play at the moment. Guild are just looking to save these weapons. Vodafone Giants want to drop 1 or 2 rifles or 1 or 2 Spectres. And, you know, in a round where you see Guild buy everything, like every single player is bought up, 1 kill even is so valuable. And there it is. That was one hell of a shot.
Valuable too. Can you retrieve it? Can he find another actually? He's going to try and swing behind the turret there, but Leo's still in position to greet him. Guild. Ride that through 4 survive as well, so a good opportunity here at the bonus. Now the pressure's on. Can Guild convert this? Can Giants prevent them reaching double digits? There's going to be double digits and another, I gotta say it, terrible financial position to come back into this, and you got to lean towards Guild, then potentially going towards 11.
Well, let's see what Guild can do with this bonus round. As you said, it could be a huge step towards qualification for Masters if they can get this. They're going to be just a 1 series away. And for a team that narrowly missed out on it, and in the nature that they missed out on First Strike, this is all they want. It's all that's driven them for months and months on end. Now closer than ever to achieving their goal. This time around, things aren't really going their way. Of course, they only have the weaker weapons, so we don't really want to critique too much. See what Draken can get done with this Vandal in hand. Damage is the name of the game. It's just not letting them away with it cleanly, and that second kill that he got onto Fatino made it the bare minimum.
Yeah, because again, Fatino's 3 away from his ultimate as well, so it will force the repurchase at least. 9-6 the scoreline now. Interesting. Look at the ultimate progress as well on the side of Guild.
Pretty stacked.
Yeah, 1 off the Rolling Thunder, 1 away from the Hunter's Fury. A couple of big ultimates. See on Ascent here. Ambi actually going to come into this one with a Spectre. Again, you can see the knock-on effect of that damage done. Fatino, no armor as well. He's just running Vandal, so expect to see him stacked up, and we do actually see that over on A. Hoodie actually goes hunting here. We'll find safe. Now actually able to reset behind the wall as well. That's a big kill, Mitch.
That it is. Oh, the shock dart down. That did quite a little chunk of damage. 56 left on Bonker. But the difference between, you know, that kind of 30 to 40 damage and him dying is a few centimeters. He's a little bit later walking back if the shock dart came in sooner, but no time for what ifs. Guild. A man down. Attempt to take some control over Garden. Don't get it. Pushed back by the smoke. They start to rotate to B. This is where the weaker weapon is. Oh, their timing could be really nice here. That drone is not going to spot them outside, and now they start to move up. And look at what this has done. Hoodie is rotated towards the A site, playing in spawn.
30 seconds left.
And Ambi only has a Spectre. There's no way. I mean, if he gets 1 kill here, that's probably good enough considering what he's working with. And there is the possibility for a res later. Great positioning, and he gets the 1. The trade is there from Hoodie. Fantastic work. 12 seconds left. They have to cross now. They have to sprint for it. Time is incredibly low. And they'll just about get there in time, but the problem is now they can just be rushed down on a Fatino dashes. It's done. Free kill.
That's a big round. Again, massive opportunity for Giants to close the distance here. Let's put them on 7. Again, ultimates available, yes, but I'm not sure what the purchase looks like, if there is anything from Guild. Did have a good shot at the bonus, so there might be something left for them to scrape together here.
Here. 10 seconds
It
left.
just runs so late. I mean, Draken does well to find this kill, but he's so low at this point where he can't stay in challenge for the second. Even though it is actually, ironically, Fatino with no armor. So it's the best of any of those 1v1s he's going to find.
Just 2 rounds separating them as Guild have to take a pretty weak buy.
Get out of my way.
You seen on the Guardian. And I still believe in him with this weapon. That's the thing. The scary thing. That's the one thing that kind of made me sad when they buffed the when they reduced cost of the Marshal. Is the Guardian is so good, and even though it got reduced a little bit, no one has picked it up.
Place of what? An Odin?
God, no. Only when you don't have enough money for an Odin. Oh, look at this aggressive play by Yassine, and that's exactly why. He would have won it with an Odin, but he won it with a Guardian instead. As they move towards the site plant can be found. Yeah, look at that as well. Rolling. Oh, that shock dart. That removes the best weapon that they have. But they still have Rolling Thunder to work with. Cosmic Divide, Hunter's Fury. But it's on site. Oh, man. If Leo and Draken had swapped positions, this would be so good. Oh, but maybe it's going to be good anyways. Leo has an opportunity, gets the kill. Now they're really worried about behind them. They've got to pick a direction and move, and the Rolling Thunder is going to force their hand.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Last player standing.
Why we don't buy frenzies. Time is low. Diffuse on the way. It's halfway, but it's an easy kill for Leo.
Huge there, though, to turn that one back. Ooh. Look, I think he got stuck on something there coming back through the spawn, but luckily the round will reset, and Guild now 10 rounds and a timeout. I love that. So, you know, the stakes are higher and higher, the game progresses, and timeout.
It's tactical at least.
Oh yeah, no, very tactical at this point. You see, I don't know if you saw Jonas's tweet the other day.
I saw the one today. I didn't. I'm not sure which one.
The frequency of technical timeouts in, you know, when the scoreline's like 22-23 or something.
Yeah.
I hate it when my mouse just disconnects an hour and 20 minutes into a match.
In all fairness, I did forget to charge my mouse one night, and I had to play with it. Like, literally, I played around and then put it on charge because mine charges from the bottom, so I can't plug it in while I play. That was a disaster.
I'm the last person that can talk about any timeouts or technical issues.
Oh, yeah.
Of the entire broadcast team.
But the tactical timeout from Guild, I respect it being called at this point. Super tight round that they shouldn't have won. They managed to come out on top. This is where you make sure, like, you know, those kind of rounds don't happen often. And so you have to really take advantage of that. You want to use it to slingshot yourself forward, not to get a 13-10 loss instead of a 13-9.
The Blade Storm popped off the rip. See, actually, look at this preemptive rotation here, Mitch. This is really interesting. With Hoodie and Fatino coming across here, and it's a full-on stack from Giants, and it's 5 members of Guild here.
They haven't cleared the corner. Oh, now he gets tagged up, of course. A little bit of trouble there for David P. Hoodie, though, with a Spectre, and he's doing mass amounts of damage. Fatino pulls out the knives, and that will close the round. Blink, and you miss it. Vodafone Giants, after Guild's tactical pause, completely ruined them. Wow.
That was actually insane. Again, the fact that I gotta say that the 2 worst people to be there is the person with the blade storm. I think that is kind of prompted with dealing with that recon bolt because of Hoodie's position, right? But Fatino comes through, even with David P falling there. Giants hold on to A site. They weather the storm. And look at it, Guild back down on nothing. They scrape together Frenzy, 2 sheriffs, 1 hero rifle. The back of Leo. See if they can get anything done whatsoever here in this round, Mitch.
Blocking sight.
Well, let's find out. We said before, you know, you're often looking at Yassine or Leo to have those hero rifles. They've both been performing really well today. At a much... I mean, it's a slower pace, but at the same time, they're still committing to the A side fully. They're giving up all map control. Their options to fall back are pretty much null and void. Not the most ideal fight. Back out even while Flash Meadow is shot from 7 different angles, but the spike is down. And that's problematic, as Ambi shows, by just doming the guys going for it.
They will avoid recon bolt, but just a matter of time here. The spike in the open by the door. Safe will have to try and challenge at least, and
30 seconds.
I don't know exactly what's going on.
Oh, no.
It comes through, actually. Tino going to give one away. I'm hoping they can recover that weapon. Yeah, they got time, yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's the worst one you want to see go in and be lost out in the last few seconds there, but this is it now. Again, cast your mind back to Bind. I think we had this exact scoreline in the other way and an opportunity here for Guild to be the ones to be reset. This potentially is the turning point. Giants here, they win this one. The 11th, almost guaranteed. There's 1,000 credits across the board left for Guild after this purchase.
Lockdown in play for Yassine, but problem is going to be Ambi's got that Hunter's Fury to counter it out. Well, anyone but Hoodie can take these early fights. He has the res online, but he's not going to have a choice.
Blocking sight.
Coming up towards him. First player taking the fight from the switch room, and Hoodie is waiting to go out. This is where having someone like a Breach would have been huge, because they could have flashed out and went for that fight.
Yeah.
Whereas you can't really do that with the Omen from that position. But now he's starting to close up the distance. Oh, the operator!
Oops.
Oh, I mean, you can't really expect that, but with Yassine falling, that's going to be lockdown out of the game as well.
A little bit of space, actually. This Aldone going to spot out, though. Look at this on the back of that information. It's going to pull Hoodie. It's going to pull David P. Guild have got to be fast here. They have to capitalize. Find a kill at least.
Headshot.
Oh, Hoodie. I mean, the kill that he got, he's hearing steps. He's giving the information over. The rotate's coming in, and it's Fatino in a great position, but not with a great weapon for it. The operator, and he hits it. Draken is down. And now a 1v4 commences.
What a round. What a round from Fatino. Amazing stuff. Giants tie things up here. 10-10, Mitch. And the pressure's on now. I mean, Guild faced with a very tough decision. I think with loss bonus, they might be able to scrape... No, it's not even... It's pistols. I thought they might even be able to scrape together a half purchase, at least with some SMGs. Looks like they're considering actually Leo hovering back and forth.
It would actually be very strange to see Guild force buy here, because they've lost the last 3 rounds, all of which they've had a decent amount of money in. In fact, the round that they won was with the poorer weapons, right? So I would be surprised if they had went for any more of an investment than they've currently gone for.
Concealment.
It looks like A is definitely their favorite site, but Vodafone Giants have an idea of that. What? That is so smart. The fault line, the dash, and they're already on the meadow, pressured and taken down. And again, the weak weapons just seem to be so strong over on this Guild side.
Because we've actually saving Patino's life. They have a res. Are they considering this? It looks like they're going to. Hoodie's already coming back towards getting David P back on his feet. Gives them, I mean, no paranoia though. It's only the smoke's back online, and Draken immediately finds Patino on the back of it. Pretty much negating that. Now, you got to be considering the save here, especially with the operator being a burden. I think that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, there really is no other choice. I'm surprised David P is even sticking around as he is, maybe hoping that they get the opportunity to take down one player. But now look who's closing in the distance. Draken pursuing him all the way into the spawn, and he spotted him going to the right side. Draken is ready for this fight. The operator shot. He's trying to bait it out, but he couldn't. Well played by David P, and all the weapons going to be saved over by Vodafone Giants. Remember, Guild were having money troubles. They played that one as a light buy, but they lose all of their players, so they're still in a little bit of shaky ground.
I don't actually think so. I think with the restraint they showed on their purchase, yeah, look at this. Full armors this time as well.
Sorry. I mean, like, they'll buy this round. Obviously, they just won a round, so they're going to buy up. But if they lose this, you're looking at 12-11. Like, it's an eco directly afterwards, and they're in hot water. So it's definitely still an avenue for Vodafone Giants to hit that, at least guarantee the overtime.
And you're stunned off that close angle. That's it. Guild looking to go straight in on this.
Wow, okay, the dash out of Fatino keeps him alive. Random sprays to connect onto Bonker. He's not having a good time. And that's the spike down. We're going to have to go and retrieve that. And although there's not really much the Vodafone Giants can do immediately to stop that, it's more so a harassing quality. And the Hunter's Fury was already used in a peculiar position for that ulti to go down. So it's unlikely they have shock darts.
So actually, Ambi will actually have full information on mid here. With nothing else for Guild. Know that they can force all the way in here. Hunter's Fury actually now from Draken pulled out. Ambi will find Yassine on the way in though. Look at this now. The trade's going all in favor of Guild.
Oh, the right click didn't land.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't even know if I'd call that caster's curse, Hypoc. This is like the second. How many times have we seen that between these two teams? You're like, oh, Guild, yeah, everything's going their way. They've won their. Wait, why are Giants defusing? Why is everyone dead? How it happens so quickly.
David just find 3 kills there. Like
at least
screen,
two
when we're seeing Guild find, like literally stop Giants from getting back inside this.
Now we need a replay of this one. So David P comes in from above and just mows them down on that double kill backside. Guild have got to be so upset. I mean, it was within their grasp. If they win that round, they're facing 12-10. They got 2 chances to close it. And Vodafone Giants don't have great money. Everything would have been there for Guild. And instead, they're tied up, but they don't have cash. They pretty much have to concede this round to Vodafone Giants. With that said, their ecos have been insane. The value they found on A pushes has been massive, and that's why we see Vodafone Giants make this switch up. In playing David P in towards Wine, he'll have his Paranoia to stop them if they actually push up. Fatino would probably get a shot off first, then Paranoia, then peeks from both of them, and they destroy this push. And in fact, the spike is sat outside long, so even if they find success on short, that spike on Bonker and on Draken, they need to be able to push through successfully. And versus that kind of setup, I'm not sure they would, but they've waited long enough now that Vodafone Giants are repositioning things.
As safe as Fatino again, just did a dirty off angle, probably not even expected here. Yeah, Aldrin going to come through A main here. It's going to pull Fatino away from short, actually, yeah. It still hits down to safe. What?
But David P put out the Paranoia.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's all okay. He's sorted that. I do love that from Fatino, right? He's just dancing around. Oh no, I'm here with an off. Don't kill
Push me, please.
Whatever will I do? And then that's when David P just strikes. Like, what's up, guys? Just hiding there the whole time. The trap was sprung. I love that little setup. It didn't, it could have worked out cleaner, I'll say that, but it worked out.
This is it. Giants on the brink of converting here and eliminating Guild. Guild have to answer back here to keep their lower bracket hopes alive. David P forced off the angle, short and safe. Actually swings out here, we'll find one. What can Fatino do? Nothing. Guild, 2 massive openers in this round.
These guys are fired up. You can see it. Guild don't want to let this one go. They know that this should have already been theirs. They should be on 12 at this point. They let it slip on that A site retake, and now they're out for revenge. Double openings, and then everyone just hits the brakes. They wait. Stalling in middle. Waiting for a B push. Turret watching A push. Like at this stage, with so little information, Vodafone Giants, normally you'll see a team on the defensive side go for aggression, but they're opting to move towards a B stack with 3 players. The Guild have finished on A a lot and found a lot of success there. They're gambling that this time things would be different, and they still might be. Oh no.
This is really interesting. Well, actually, that makes it even worse.
That's told them.
That's gonna, yeah, that's told them exactly what Giants are up to here. Nothing but the spy cam to give this away. It's a wide open site. Guild have got it.
Oh yeah, it's about as clean as can be. For Giants, after losing those 2 opening duels, they didn't really have a choice but to stack up.
Yeah.
But that ultimate from David P from the shadows at just the wrong moment. No way to know though. Now they look for a retake, and Vodafone have been incredibly successful when it came to retakes. They started out well, taking down Draken. The sprays through the wood. Not really finding anything. A little bit of a heal up for Hoodie as he gets tagged even further. The turret dealing with him. Safe wall banging. David P's on 26 HP. This is looking like it's Guild. David P last man alive. Quick kill, and it's down to a 1v1 time. It's so low, and Leo deals with him. Another round that looks clear cut for Guild, but it ends up like a little bit more of a bumpy road than they'd like.
I can't believe we're here again. But it's so fitting. It's so fitting, Mitch, for a series like this.
Absolutely. I'll be honest, if we didn't get an overtime out of this, we'd be robbed. We really would be. It's been such an incredible series. So many ups and downs. You know, sometimes you get these OT games and they're kind of boring, right? There's a lot of... I mean, even though some of these rounds have been slow, it's like it makes up for it when the tempo increases the way it does. These have been some of the more exciting games I've got to cast. My heart does not appreciate it, though.
Now, do we see the pace change from the Giants, similar to what we saw in the previous map, particularly here? And I look towards their attacking rounds in overtime. And not sat in that wide default here, so maybe going to try and find something. That's the Aldrone going to get all the way into market. Only one noted on the other side from Drakens, but the split's coming through very quickly here, Mitch.
It's going to have to be Draken with a big performance on that Odin. The big boy gun. In comes Hoodie for 1. But now he's facing off against the GOAT. Draken, Odin in hand. He de-scopes at the right moment because he is taking them down. And although the shock dart deals with him, David P is the last man alive in a 1 versus 3 to try and put Vodafone Giants ahead. Caught with a smoke out. That round is done, and Guild take the advantage here. Map and series point. What an incredible comeback this has been. I don't know how they managed to make it to here, Hypoc. The previous map looked done multiple times. Vodafone Giants could have closed it out and came within inches of it. And now we come here where yet again it looked like Guild had choked at the last moment. But they picked themselves back up, and now they're just 1 away from taking on G2.
This is just crazy. And you're right, both teams plenty of chances to close this series out. I mean, it's going to be a painful one for whoever to watch back. Have to see here, Giants and respond. Dino actually going to throw the operator in the mix here. Actually safe. Considering a dash updraft once again onto Generator, but didn't like what he saw on the other side there. And Spike actually now drifting away from B. The operator noted. First shot he's taken with that one. At least now the possibility to clear some of these other angles. Guild potentially could catch timing on this wall short, which I think is coming down now. Yet just disappeared. Nobody in position for this A split. Everybody going to funnel through main. Draken's up to no good, though. Look at him in B main. He's potentially there to at least sell a one-man fake.
Draken P. Over there lurking on the other side of the map, making a lot of noise, trying to pull these players out of position, but here's the push coming in, and Meadow, Hoodie still tucked on the site. Hoodie for the first, looking for more, not going to connect. Here's where Meadow pounces. A couple of whiffed shots, though, buys enough time for them to react. Guild get the site. This lurk is heard, though. David P thinks, you think you can flank David P? You think you can lurk this guy? Not a chance. He knows what's going on. He plays this game all day long. Fatino at the off, moves at the wrong moment, but still connects. And now we look to Leo. If he can manage to win this clutch, they'll be knocking Vodafone Giants out. If not, their position is going to be once again in question in this lower bracket. And we go. On we go. OT number 2.
It's actually crazy. No matter how late a player is in a round versus Giants, David P's behind him. It's actual insanity.
It's true.
Sides.
It's true, man.
Overtime.
Draken has absolutely no business being in B main that late when they're that committed to A, right? And it's to sell the fake, but he's there. He sends out the owl drone. And then even after the hit comes through on A, he's still walking. He's walking through mid, through link, towards short. And David P's just like, yeah, cool. I've heard 2 steps. That's all I need to know.
Yeah. He's just sat there. You know, that's the thing, man, because he lurks all the time. He's just sat there all the time like, there might be someone lurking.
Yeah.
There could be someone behind us.
Guys, I might have a kill. I might have a kill.
The whole round, just I might have timing. I think I have timing.
Blocking sight.
Like, Dave, the walls haven't even come up yet. The rounds just start. I might have timing. I have timing. You go A, I'll go B. There we go. OT number 2 underway. No operators to feature this time around. Neil's watching the spawn here. They've left such a big gap, but they're aware of it. That's the key.
Yeah, I was about to say, Guild this time giving up mid fully, and actually, seen something like this.
What are you doing, Leo?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He heard, he saw both the wall, and he... Oh, why?
Destroyed.
Why? This guy's been such a good Astra. And of all the times to make a mistake like that, oh, safe is gone as well.
Absolute perfection from Giants, this execution.
Well, I mean, they caught an Astra in astral form. I don't know how much credit I'll give them for that, but the rest of it, sure. Wow.
And you're right. I mean, the setup was so good. Draken here going to try and David P actually nearly caught the second as well there, but a 2v4 presents itself, and Bonko up in heaven got to get something done. Enable Draken to come through and find something else. Otherwise, Giants will put themselves 1 round ahead.
Last player standing.
It's all left on the bunker and taken off
I
quickly.
can't believe
Vodafone
that.
Giants 14-13 in what could be some of the most
Switching
unfortunate
sides.
timing I've ever
Match
seen.
point.
If there's no pause here for Guild.
I'm with you, though. It's not unfortunate timing. The information was there, right?
See,
And knowingly giving up mid and market, anticipating exactly
True.
what Giants
Yeah.
like to do on their attacking rounds with these slow, progressive hits, right? They get all of this kind of, dare I say it, territory control, but it's dead space, right? Especially with that
Yeah.
crossfire set up from Bonkar and Leo. That's painful. That's painful to watch.
even if he didn't see or hear the wall, to actually go into astral form in that position instead of taking 2 steps to the left, that's really the problem. Because I'm doubting maybe the timing, he wouldn't have heard the wall or something, but it doesn't matter. Why are you doing that there when no one's covering your mid push? It's ludicrous. But at 14-13, imagine the scenes for Guild. They were about to win. They were so close to claiming their spot and moving on in the lower bracket, eliminating Vodafone Giants, and instead they're now having to clutch back into these OTs yet again. It has been a long and strenuous series for this team, and they are now tested once more. Vodafone Giants pulling out the operator on Fatino, who's holding up in B main, while the rest of the team looks at control elsewhere, fighting a little bit for mid, or holding it as Guild walk on through, but it is yet again the A site that Guild look to with favor.
Look how deep. Giants are happy to play this. One in hell, one in heaven. This spy cam going to give away nice and early information. It doesn't require a peek. Look at this, David P. He slipped through. Did you?
30 seconds
Yassine
left.
didn't spot him. Oh, this
It's
is
the David
terrible.
P.
He's going to get all the way back behind them. Mitch, not like this. Not in overtime.
It's what this guy does best. We talked about it for days after he did it last time. And now coming up behind the enemy team, David P might just have this one locked in. The team delaying as much as they can on the site. And emerging from the smoke is the hero! He's whiffed! Completely whiffed! At just the wrong moment, Meadow trapped underneath, but there's only one player to deal with. It's Yassine who gets the first and tries to keep Guild alive, but Meadow is having none of it. The defuse for 15 to 13, and once again, Guild will not make the main event.